The Light Within: A Story of Hope, Struggles, and Success. Chapter 1. A simple beginning. John was a young teacher living in a small village in West Bengal. He loved teaching children and dreamed of making a difference in their lives. But life was not easy. His family struggled with money, and sometimes, he felt hopeless. One day, he saw a little boy, Raju, sitting outside his school. The boy wanted to study but had no money for books. John felt sad. He decided to help the boy, even though he had little money himself. Chapter 2. The first step. John started giving free evening classes for poor children. At first, only Raju came. But soon, other children joined. They had no desks, no chairs, only a small blackboard under a tree. People in the village laughed at John. "Why waste time?" they said. "These children will never succeed." But John did not listen. He believed in them. Chapter 3. Struggles and Sacrifices. Teaching was not easy. John worked all day at his school and taught in the evening. He had little time for himself. Sometimes, he skipped meals to save money for books. One day, it rained heavily. The children had no shelter. John felt helpless. "How can I continue like this?" he thought. But then, he saw Raju and the other children waiting in the rain, smiling. Their hope gave him strength. Chapter 4. A Helping Hand. One evening, a kind businessman named Mr. Sen visited the village. He saw John teaching under the tree. He was touched by John's dedication. "You are doing a great job," Mr. Sen said. "I want to help." With Mr. Sen's support, John rented a small room for the children. He bought books, notebooks, and a few chairs. It was a small change, but it made a big difference. Chapter 5. Facing criticism. Not everyone was happy. Some people in the village were jealous. They spread rumors. "John is doing this for fame," they said. "He will leave these children soon." John felt hurt, but he did not stop. He reminded himself why he started. The children's smiles were his answer. Chapter 6. Small Success, Big Dreams. Months passed. The children started doing well in their studies. Some even won small prizes in school competitions. One day, a government officer visited John's class. He was impressed. "You are changing lives," he said. "Let's build a proper school." John could not believe it. His small dream was becoming a big reality. Chapter 7. A New School. With government support, a new school was built in the village. More children started coming. John hired 2 more teachers. One evening, Raju came to John and said, "Sir, I want to be a teacher like you." John's heart filled with joy. Chapter 8. A Personal Loss. Life was improving, but John faced a personal loss. His father passed away. John was heartbroken. For days, he lost interest in everything. He did not go to school. But then, he remembered his father's words, "Never stop doing good." With new strength, he returned to his students. Chapter 9. A difficult decision. As the school grew, John got a job offer in a big city. It had a high salary. For the first time, he was confused. Should he leave? He thought about his students, especially Raju. If he left, who would guide them? After days of thinking, he made his choice. He stayed. Chapter 10. A community's love. The villagers, who once doubted John, now respected him. They started supporting the school. Some even gave money to improve it. One day, an old man said, "We were wrong about you. You have changed our village." John smiled. Chapter 11. Raju's success. Years passed. Raju finished his studies and became a teacher. He returned to the village and started teaching at John's school. "You are my inspiration, sir," he told John. Tears filled John's eyes. His efforts had not gone to waste. Chapter 12. The light within. John looked around his school. It was no longer just a dream, it was real. He realized something important: one person can make a difference. And sometimes, all it takes is believing in the light within. The end. Thanks for watching. For more stories, please subscribe our channel. If you want to share your story by emailing us, given in the description.